Hey, it's Leslie, day 15, I think, of the leadership Lead Like a Girl 100-day challenge thingy. So today I actually am going to tell a story because it happened today and it just made me laugh. And it was also, I think, a perfect demonstration of one aspect that I believe to be important for leaders. So I went to the gym today and worked out with my trainer, Melanie, who's also one of my very good friends. So sometimes if she doesn't have clients after me, we'll go grab a bite to eat or run an errand or go do something together. So both of us wanted to go look for workout gear up at the Marshalls up the street. So we decided, like, I'll drive and we'll head that way and we'll do what we need to do. And there's a couple stores to stop at. So we get going and I drive a Kia Soul. I love this car. Ever since I've gotten this car, I am so aware of all the other souls on the road. And of course, I love to say that. I'm like, oh, our souls are coming together. Our souls met at an intersection. And so I always just get like this secret desire to like hug people that are in souls. And I'm driving up the road and I see this other soul coming from the opposite direction. And we go and turn into these two lanes together. And we're going to turn right to go towards Marshall's. And they're going to turn left to go towards Michael's. And I look as we're kind of like together for a minute. And I look in the rearview mirror and I see that the front plate is an Irish flag. I'm like, isn't that funny? Because one of the leadership vacations I want to do is to Ireland. And here's a soul, and it has an Ireland thing. And then they turned left when we were going to turn right, and the back plate actually said Ireland. And it had the cutest little old woman in the front seat. It was great. So as Melanie ratted me out later on Facebook, I jumped a few curbs, maybe accidentally scared some people, stalked the people in the Ireland soul, found out their names, and took pictures with them in the car and everything. And in my excitement to get out and interact with them, I threw my car door open, left the keys in the ignition, and ran over there. And I was over there for like 5 minutes hearing their story. Like, the woman was in her 90s and she'd been raised by her Irish grandfather and she'd always wanted to go. And this guy was her roommate. They became friends and they've been to Ireland 4 times now, and now they're big fans of Irish stuff. It was just like the most interesting story. Like, everybody has a story, and these guys were no different. And it took a little while because she was in a wheelchair, so he had to help her out of the car and put her in the wheelchair. And by the time they got the foot plates on and rolled up, like, I'd been gone for a couple of minutes. I get back to the car, door is still open. I hop in, and all I hear as I'm hopping in is ding, ding, ding. You know that sound that the car makes when you leave the door open and the keys are still in the ignition? And I look at Melanie, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm such a jackass. I left you with this dinging for like 5 minutes. And she looks at me and she goes, what dinging? Oh, I didn't even hear that. She had been so involved while I was gone, trying to get a good picture of like the oh shit handle that's up in the car, like when you go around turns, because she decided that was going to be her picture for the 100 Days of Happiness project that we're doing, taking pictures. That these things make her so happy. She was so invested in getting a good picture of that and posting it to Instagram and tagging people and she didn't hear the dinging. This to me is leadership. You listen through the crap that doesn't work, the stuff that bothers everybody else, and you get focused on what matters to you. And in this case, what mattered to her was being happy and capturing this little thing that she uses all the time to share with everybody else and say, hey, isn't this great? These little convenient things that we have in our lives, isn't it awesome? So that was my leadership lesson for the day. Ignore the dinging, focus on the good stuff, and you cannot help but lead a happier life. Hope you're having a happy life today and that you're focused on what makes you happy. Take care. Bye.